Welcome to Hook, Line and Sinker's Road Trip Australia, the show about two men, a fishing rod and a clapped-out Commodore.
6 states, 15,000 clicks and some of the best fishing anywhere in the country.
This week the road trip leaves Tasmania in its wake and sets sail for the sunny shores of Victoria. Have a look at that. That's some sort of trevally, probably a turrum.
That's a good fish. Cobia. Are you awake yet, Nick?
Hello everyone and welcome to Hook, Line and Sinker's Road Trip Australia. Andrew, I'd like to extend to you a huge, big Victorian welcome to the show.
Nick, it's wonderful to be here. This is the Victorian leg of our trip, and for the next couple of weeks we're going to be driving around the countryside catching all manner of things.
It must start somewhere, and that's why we're here at Hastings on Western Port Bay, where there is a mixed bag, a variety of species on offer.
Indeed there is. It's early morning, we're heading out on a charter boat and we're going to catch snapper, elephant fish and whiting.
Let's get amongst it. I love your optimism.
All right, now our skipper for the day is a man with plenty of knowledge about Western Port Bay. John Stuber, mate, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Andrew. Pleasure to be here.
Now, just tell us a bit about what we're doing here. I've just got a little fish on hit. Tell us a bit about the spot and what we're fishing for.
Well, we're fishing in Western Port, and as you've seen this morning, we've got just a nice mellow tide. Sometimes down here the tides run very, very fast, and at the moment we've got slow tides this week, so it enables us to fish. We're fishing in 104 foot of water here, and catching some nice little pinkies.
Like this one?
Like this one, just coming up now. And he is a nice fish.
He is a nice fish. Now, the run of snapper in Western Port, you get the bigger fish early in the season and then...
Our bigger fish run is October, November and December. Yep. And these smaller fish probably here right through till nearly the end of May, early June. And then they vacate the bay. Yep. And they get out into Bass Strait.
We're on a pinky spot, Nick.
Yep.
What the locals call pinky.
Pinky snapper. Sorry, mate. Hitching the head with a sinker. Never mind that. Don't worry about it. There you go. Small snapper, otherwise known here in Victoria as pinkies.
Correct.
And he's probably a bit small. Bit small, yeah. We'll take him off. We'll put him back in, but that's sort of the plan. We're going to have a look at the snaps first, and then maybe on to something else. And, keep it all going. Yep.
Hopefully this breeze will die down and then warm up.
Oh, you got to get you're in the game, Hardy.
Yeah, look, I'm in the game, Nick.
Yes.
Oh, it's not a. Oh, it's a horrible fish.
You shouldn't say
short fin pike.
You shouldn't say horrible fish.
Why?
Because he can't help being a short fin pike.
Why?
He was born that way. He didn't have a choice in it.
Oh, they smell those things.
They do smell a little bit. They got
like them.
razor sharp teeth. Never mind. That's all right.
It's good. Thanks.
Like a big pike fisherman, you are.
That's what I am.
Pikey.
That's what I do. That's all I fish for.
Pikey.
I heard there was a good run of pike happening.
I'm here. I'm here for the pike.
Pike fishing.
Oh, look, now we're just on our way to the elephant hunting grounds, Andrew, and we've seen what, in fishing terms is very, very exciting. It's birds working, fish splashing about.
Fish splashing about, yes it is.
And I'm on.
And you're on. Salmon.
Oh, yes, I'm on.
Salmon. XOS Western Port salmon. And
look at it going at the back.
They give themselves away because the birds get on top of them because they're eating the bait fish and the birds are eating the bait fish. It wouldn't be good to be a bait fish at the moment.
No, that's exactly right. But the old Australian salmon is just a terrific sports fish to catch. And Western Port apparently is a good spot to get
You're
one.
really going hard on this fish, aren't you? Let's have a look at him. Yeah, look at that. Lovely Australian salmon.
Look at that salmon. Not an elephant fish though, is it?
Coming up after the break, we leave the salmon and the snapper biting to chase the ghost of Western Port.
All right, well, another one of the local experts we've got on board today is this man, Greg Jones, the local spot-on man here in Hastings. Mate, welcome to the show.
Thanks very much. Nice to be here.
Yes, it is nice to be here. Lovely day. We've given away the snapper and we've moved up the bay into the shallow water for the elephant fish. Tell us about the elephant fish.
Well, the elephants come in every year. They breed in this bay.
Yep.
They're very good fish to catch for those who are novices.
Yep.
And a terrific fight for the fish.
Yep.
They're very good eating. Some people really like them.
Some people don't really.
Some people don't really like them.
All right.
The same as most fish, but they're very good.
And they're pretty well regular as clockwork here in Western Port.
Yeah, they come in at the end of February every year and run through till April, May. The males arrive first, early in the season, because they're a bit keener on what they're about to do. Then the females arrive a couple of weeks later, and then they'll run through and do their breed cycle and then return back out into Bass Strait.
Women, they're always late.
Yeah. We got there, Nick, an elephant.
Oh, mate, it's scary, man. Talking to my mouth full. You might have to talk.
Right. Appears we have an elephant here. Not sure how big a female, male at the moment. There's another one hooking up over here.
Righto, go and grab him, go and hook him. We were just about to move, actually.
Yeah, he's there.
We decided that
Stay there, stay there.
this wasn't any good, this spot. But the old elephant,
No, he's gone over the line.
he's gone over the line. They get knitted up a little bit. Got to watch what you're doing. Go over here. But don't worry about the elephant. They pull pretty well.
So what are you saying? You're an elephant man?
I am the elephant man, John.
So now we have the elephant man on board.
Oh,
Female elephant.
they go pretty well, the elephant.
Yeah, they're not too bad.
But a bit of novelty value in the elephant, to be honest, because they are a weird and wonderful looking fish. I'm just trying to bring him over to, or her. Reach down there and elephant me. Look, elephant. At that. Now that's a female elephant fish, elephant shark.
Elephant shark, reality is elephant shark. It is a member of the shark family.
There you go. That's a, and you know this clearly the snout, the trunk as I call it, is no prizes for guessing why they call them the elephant fish. Look at that extraordinary thing. Now the dorsal spine of the elephant fish, shark, call it what you like, is something you've got to watch out for. It's very heavily serrated, and if that goes in you, you've got problems. So watch that on these fish. People keep them, people eat them.
People keep them, people eat them. Some people love them, some people just don't like them.
There you go. The elephant.
But
I think Hardy might have one here too.
It's absolutely all happening here on the elephant grounds.
Elephant Alley.
Elephant Alley.
The drain or something this is.
The drain.
Giving away all the good spots.
Whoa. They pull pretty well, don't they?
They do, yeah.
For a funny looking grotesque creature.
Yes.
Not unlike yourself, Nick.
Yes.
That's all right. Oh, they have those big petrol fins which they put down and make it hard to lift them. All right, the second target species for the day, Nick. We're going all right, aren't we? Here he is, elephant. His trunk has come out of the water.
His proboscis.
His proboscis.
Breached. And he's wrapped up.
Do you know what proboscis means?
Yes, it's a nose.
Is it a nose?
I think so. There's the proboscis monkey, of course, Andrew.
Yeah.
Or it might be an ape.
Where are they native to?
Not Western Port, as far as I know.
Yes. Yeah.
Well wrapped.
John's going to do the business here.
Yes, we're keeping a couple of these. John's brother-in-law.
Correct. He loves them.
Loves them.
Yep, there's a lot to love about those wacky looking elephants. Timing is everything in elephant fishing. Last 2 weeks in February up until the end of March is the prime time.
If you want to know more about Western Port's secrets, you'll need to book the guru, John Stuber. What he doesn't know about the bay isn't worth knowing. Phone him at 0395 848301.
Well, in Queensland they have SeaWorld and the leaping dolphins and so on and so forth, but you've got to come to Victoria to see something like this. Have a look at this. This is Andrew Hart, stingray trainer. The pet stingray of Mullet Street. Get him up again, Hardy.
Yeah.
See if he comes up. Here he comes. Here he comes.
He's coming.
I'm not sure what music you'd play for a menacing stingray, but this fish obviously is pretty well conditioned to getting a feed here in the afternoon. Where is he? Oh, so that he's gone. Here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes. Out of the deep. Look at that. Oh, he dropped his fish.
Hang on. Hang on, mate. Hang on.
Here he is. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Oh. He's a horse too. He's a horse. Oh. Eat your heart out, see, well.
Cool.
Stick with us. After the break, the real big Ned Kelly goes under the microscope and the wily cod of Lake Mulwala. Time to have a look at some of the latest fishing innovations in the tackle world, and this is Graham Wilson from Wilson Fishing Australia. Welcome back to the show, mate.
Yep, it's good to be here.
Mustard, a well-known name, been around for a long time, but some new and interesting products in the lineup.
Yes, we've got the new Power Lock Plus chemically sharpened hooks for soft plastics.
Yep.
So that's how
that one there.
Yeah, once you rig them up, they become weedless, so you can drag them through the weeds without getting all hooked up in the weed. You've got a weight on them that's movable. That weight moves up and down the shank of the hook, which changes your presentation of the lure, makes it sink in different ways.
So perfect for a range of fishing situations and applications.
Yeah.
We've also got this, which is the long red flasher rig. Yep. Where would we use that one?
Well, they're used mostly in your reef fishing for jigging, for pearl perch, snapper, any of that style of fish. They're great.
And you can sweeten those up with a little bit of bait as well if you like. Mustard fishing products in your local spot-on tackle shop.
Just fantasising about how nice it would be if the hook, line and sinker budget was a bit bigger and we could do away with the Commodore and find a better ride.
There is no better ride than a 95 door, Andrew. You know that. Air conditioner's blown up, which is a bit of a shame. It's quite sweaty.
The windows roll down.
And close in here. But look, I've got more of a problem with the fact that we're in the city. We've left Hastings and Western Port, but you know, man, I feel hemmed in by the city.
Do you, man?
Yes, man.
Well, the good news for you, man, is that we're heading over the hills out of the city to a place called Lake Mulwala, and there's no cars out there. No traffic.
There is nothing but cod. Cod. Murray cod.
Yes. We're fishing in an event called the Cod Classic. It's an invitational event. You can only fish it if you're invited. We haven't been invited, so it should be interesting, but we thought we'd just turn up. You know, we've got a TV show. We'll be right.
We should be right. We've got a few hundred k's to go, heading north out of Melbourne, up to the border.
Yes.
And just looking forward to basically spending a bit of time with you, Andrew, in the car.
Australia's big things, brought to you by Southern Cross Telco. The next big thing for all your home and business communication needs.
All right, the search for big things goes on, and we're at a little Victorian town called Glenrowan, Andrew. You may have heard of it.
Yes, I know this one, Nick.
Yes, tell me.
Yes, Glenrowan is where Ned Kelly, the famous bushranger, the most famous bushranger in the world, had his last stand. This is where he went out in his armour and shot everyone.
That's exactly right. Well, yes, sort of.
Oh, Ned, you're better off.
Correct. Glenrowan has built fittingly a big Ned Kelly. Now, Maryborough in Queensland also built, we couldn't say fittingly a big Ned Kelly.
No, that was weird. That was a bit weird.
That was the weird Ned Kelly. This is the real one, and this is how we rate it.
Righto, Glenrowan's big Ned is fairly big. He's got a nice big gun and big boots and a big helmet. We'll give him 6 for scale.
Good points for accuracy. Big Ned cuts a very authentic figure. No detail has been overlooked, particularly his big gun. Did we mention that?
And finally, Big Ned is a merchandiser's dream. Tea towels, knickknacks, novelties, party tricks, you name it, you can get it with a picture of old Ned on it. 9 out of 10.
Total score, 22. Such is life.
Did you know with Southern Cross Telco and Mobile, there are no contracts and no monthly fees? You just pay for the calls you make.
It looks magnificent. This is Lake Mulwala on the Victorian, New South Wales border, Andrew, and it's the spot for the Cod Classic, which is on this weekend, which we were going to go into.
Huge competition, Nick. One of the best run competitions in
Well,
Australia.
one of the worst run competitions because it's invitation only. We don't have an invite.
Yeah, I wonder why. You've just bagged it. Our invitation must have got lost in the mail. We've been told we can fish today, the day before the tournament, but then we have to leave town.
Yes, pretty quickly if you don't mind. Thank you very much. We've found someone who will take us out on the lake and is a bit of an expert in the cod game. Let's get out and give it a crack.
Right, I'm going to catch my first Murray cod.
I'm going to go on that. All right, we've made it on to Lake Mulwala for just a dash of cod fishing, Murray cod fishing. Andrew and I know nothing about it, but fortunately, this man who is Bill Pressler knows everything there is. Bill, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Nick.
Now, I'm here about to put some pressure on you because, as I've just stated, we know nothing, less than nothing, in fact. We're putting all our eggs in your basket.
That's all right. I think I can live with that.
With the pressure?
With the pressure.
All right. Tell us firstly about the lake and why we're where we are.
Okay. This lake is primarily viewed as a nursery for Murray cod for New South Wales fisheries. Because it receives a lot of fishing pressure, it's an easy way for fisheries to judge how the fish stocks are going. So they keep a very close eye on it. It's monitored constantly so they know exactly what condition the fish are in and how they're surviving.
Okay. Now we're doing a spot of trolling at the moment. That's a good, easy way for us to catch a fish.
It's a very productive method in this lake. It's shallow. In the area that we're in now, you're probably only talking about something that's maybe no more than 4 meters deep. The trick with targeting fish in here is that you need to remember that Murray cod are basically ambush fish. They sit on the bottom close to the structure. When something comes by that looks like a meal, they snap it. And then they go back into their little lair. So we're trying to get our lures right down there in amongst all that drowned timber.
Right now, those fish which we see on the sounder aren't exactly cooperating, Bill.
No, that's right.
Why? You got any excuses for us?
Well,
long lining or anything like that?
We're looking to build up the comprehensive range of fishing excuses, Bill, so anything you can add to that.
Well, I can trot out the normal one, which is there's a big low pressure
barometer.
system moving
Barometer.
That always works. It always works, that's it.
So we're not going to just sit here though and take it, are we?
We're not. We'll try to do whatever we can to overcome it.
And so changing lures, cod, are they sensitive to colour, do you think?
They certainly can be. It like any species, it just depends on the day.
Should have been here yesterday.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
It took exactly 30 seconds and that lure has been eaten. It doesn't feel like a huge fish, Nick. It's a, what do we got there?
Something. It might be it's a
cod.
tiny little
It's a cod.
It's a little cod.
It's a little cod. He's tangled up with you, but it is a little cod. We've persevered.
We have.
And we've changed
Lake
lures.
Mulwala. And there we go. The little Murray cod. Now, that is a small fish.
Yes. Very small fish. Not legal.
Sign of a healthy fishery though, Bill.
Absolutely. You've got to have little ones to get big ones, don't you?
Exactly right. But look at that now. A few people eat them. You reckon they're terrible?
Well, they're not my favourite table fish.
No, there you
by
go.
any stretch.
All right, well, we'll pop him back in, but there you go. The Murray cod, the sort of mystical Murray cod, Andrew, of Lake Mulwala.
I don't know why it's mystical and why you spoke like that, but anyway, yeah, Murray cod.
You've tangled me up a bit. Oh, Bill's gone.
Yeah, I need
well done, Murray cod. That is the bridge which connects Victoria to New South Wales. And if you look at it, there's something slightly odd about it.
There is. It starts off higher and then gets progressively lower and then gets higher again. There's sort of a bit of a dip in it, which is apparently not what you want in a bridge.
Not really, no. But the bloke that designed it, there's a sad story about this.
Yes, a very sad
It's
story.
not funny.
No, but when it was revealed that the bloke who designed the bridge, that his bridge had a bit of a sag in it, he...
yeah, when it wouldn't join up.
No, he performed the sort of most sincere form of self-criticism, which was to take his own life.
Yeah.
A bit of an overreaction, because it's actually a nice little sort of daggy point here at Lake Mulwala, the sagging bridge.
Should have just stopped building bridges.
Yeah, I mean, don't build any more bridges, fine, that's probably a given, but you know, don't take it personally. You're on, Hardy.
I'm on. This time, I'm sure that I've got a fish on.
Good work, mate, good work, good work.
Now, he took that hard, eh? Oh, smashed it. Now he's coming in a bit easier. Using pretty heavy gear. I guess it's important, Bill, to use decent gear because, as you were saying, there's 50, 60, 100-pound fish in this lake.
That's right. That's
nice
correct.
little fish.
Here's the cod. Look at that. They're getting bigger slowly. Still undersized, but that's all right.
Oh, that's probably just legal.
Just legal. Nice little cod. The first up smack of that was very ferocious. Nearly ripped the rod out of my hand.
He's a much better fish than the other one.
Can happen.
Well, obviously I would have been.
You would have been paying attention.
Paying close attention. Yeah, mate, you want a net?
Thank you.
We'll bring him in and have a look at him. He's a beautiful fish. A beautiful fish. Now, let's get this lure.
Watch your fingers with those hooks.
Yep.
Got the Pro-Troll lure there, Hardy, admitting the electric pulse.
Yeah, caught the fish today. There you go.
That's
Well done.
Now, let's get him out. Beautiful. A Murray cod, eh? Look at that.
Look at that.
Not big.
No, not huge, but a good fish nonetheless.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
Absolutely. Sensational.
Lake Mulwala is on the Victorian-New South Wales border and boasts possibly the highest density of Murray cod anywhere in the country.
Out of interest, both our fish fell to Pro-Troll lures in a fluoro yellow colour. Next week, the road trip rolls west to Portland and we try our luck with the giant bluefin tuna and a spot of nighttime mulloway fishing on the Glenelg River.
That's all when Hook, Line and Sinker's Road Trip Australia continues next week.